Hello, I'm Linda Ann at Studio ABC. I'm a video creator for Color Art at COLOURARTE.com. I'm pretty sure you know that Color Art has beautiful shimmery paints, but did you know that they also have glass ornaments? And I don't think you can get these anywhere else because they were specially made for Color Art. This is the egg shape. I'm using this plastic tray because these roll, and I don't want it to roll off. My floor is uneven, so my table's a little uneven here. And so I'm using the plastic tray to keep it from rolling off the table. I have a lot of Native American things in my shop right now, items, because we were celebrating Native American month of November during my grand opening. So I'm going to place a few feathers inside of this particular ornament, and we'll see how that looks. I don't really have a plan. I'm just going to start playing with it and see what happens. Do you ever do that? It's a lot of fun. I'm going to carefully remove this hanger from the top of it, and when I do, I make sure that it doesn't spring out too quickly. The top of this is very smooth, so you don't have to worry about cutting yourself. I'm going to make a little funnel out of paper because I have some glitter here that I'd like to funnel down into the inside of the egg shape here. I'm sort of hoping some of this glitter will stick to the sides or to some of the feathers. I'm not sure what it'll do, but I'm just going to put a little bit in and have fun with it and see what happens. My paper funnel kind of folded up on itself, so I need to get that to go on down. There it goes. Down into the bottom of the egg, just a little bit. We'll see what, that may do some good and it may not. It may just sit in the bottom. So now let's drop in one of the feathers. Oh, that was easy. I think I need another one. Wow, that's a nice little surprise. It fits right against the glass very nicely. Now let me shake up and see if we can get some of that glitter up onto the feather or onto the glass. I got some on the feather. I don't know how long it'll stay there. Actually, that looks pretty cool just like it is, but I want to make this a very nicely embellished ornament, so I'm going to use some other little feathers I have here. I'm hoping they'll kind of fill up the middle because they're stiffer. I'm sticking with the cool colors, but I wanted some contrast. So here's a nice little dark blue one. That looks good against the turquoise. And a green one. Boy, these are easy to put in. Wow, that looks really cool. Let me turn it around here so you can see it a little better. Those look amazingly nice. I like the contrast of colors there, even though they're all cool colors. I often work with the cool colors, some of my favorite color combinations. I have a scrap of gold ribbon here, and it has wire on both sides, both of the edges, but I don't want a real wide piece, so I'm going to cut off a narrower piece to use inside of the egg with the feathers. I could leave this gold colored, but I want it to blend in with my cool color combination. So I'm going to hit this with a little bit of the vivid paint to kind of add some violet here. When that ribbon got dry, I curled it around a paintbrush and then just pushed it down inside. You see the little violet colored ribbon in there. I think that's a nice little addition. So I'm going to play now with the vivid. This is Solar Gold. I'll start at the top by the hanger, and I'm just going to drip this on and let it run down the sides. Have to get it started first. Woo, lots came out. That's good. I was hoping for a little more of a drip at the end, so we'll see what I can do to get that. That's not exactly the look I'm going for, but let me keep playing. I need less here and more at the end so it'll drip. There we go. I think that's going to drip down and do what I want. Okay, it's beginning to run down the sides now. I'm going to help it just a little bit here. I think this is a nice contrast with this warm gold color on the outside and the cool colors on the inside. I don't want to just leave the gold on there though. I want to experiment some more. So I'm going to look for another color. Ooh, let's try this Blue Bayou. Oh yeah, now that's really dripping nicely. That's what I'm going for. That looks cool. I have to hold it up though, because if I lay it down, it'll get smeared. Well, that was a good addition, so let's try one more color. This is very near the color of the first feathers that I put inside, so that'll pick up those colors. I'm going to do another drip process, trying to keep from smearing what's already on there. Oops, come back here. Okay, here we go. More drips. Oops, no problem. Sometimes it's hard to get a hold of here. These color combinations, you just can't hardly go wrong with any color combination in the Vivids because they are so shimmery, metallic. You won't find this much metallic mica in any other paints other than the Vivids. Wow. Okay, I don't know how long that's going to drip. It may drip all the way to the bottom and it may not. It's a wait and see game because this is a new process for me. So I plucked out all the warm colors from my Vivids, and this is Playful Peony. I'm going to use warm colors in my heart. Well, I wouldn't consider True Silver a warm color, but I think it's going to work nicely with the other color combinations that I'm going to use. So I'm going to try just squirting some of this paint to the inside of the heart and letting it run down. And my first idea is to let it run down and have drips showing. But if I don't like the way it looks, I may continue and just color all of the inside. I'm going to use color combinations including Pink Peony, Ginger Peach, True Silver, Red Poinsettia, and Spiced Pumpkin. I added just a couple of drops, very tiny drops, of the solution. That is the name of it, the solution. And that's from ColourArte also, so that I could move these colors a little bit more inside this glass. I'm going to sprinkle in some glitter in this also. I'm thinking that might absorb some of the wetness inside And I don't know if it'll show up or not, but we'll find out. Instead of trying to funnel it in with paper, I just opened one little hole, and I'm just going directly on top of that ornament and squirting in some of the glitter. I have some of this sparkly trim that I'm going to try outlining the heart with. I believe I got this at Michael's. It's adhesive trim. So it has the glue on the back of it once I've peeled the paper off, and I'll be able to just put this on the glass, directly on the glass. I think that's going to work nicely. We'll see. Ooh, look how pretty. And the glitter did kind of catch into some of the paint and stick up where you can see some of it. I don't care if it's all over it or not. I like being able to see through the heart a bit. I'm just going to tuck these down in there. I don't know if they're going to show up or not. Just had some little extras. Okay, so that one, I took it to the front of the store, hung it up to dry, and I've been told that the star is the hardest one to work with. So let's find out what we can do with the star. I'm thinking that if I had something inside of it to push it down into the corners, that it might work. But what can I use that will twist and turn? So I'm going to cut off some of this trim, little beaded trim. I also get it at Michael's. First, let me remove this hanger from the top. And I'm going to put a length of this right inside the star because I think I can move the paint with it. So let's begin pouring some of the paint to the inside of this ornament. And the reason I said this is the hardest one to do is because it has so many areas that you need to get paint into, the little points of the stars. So with that, I'm going to put 2 colors before I even start. But with that little bead string in there, I think I can shake it and get it into the paint and cause the paint to go down into the corners where I want to. Let's experiment and see. Well, that's kind of a nice look if you like a tender look to it. They always tell us not to shake bottles on screen, but you need to see that I'm shaking the star. Okay, see how that distributed the paint? That's pretty nice. It did work. I'm happy with that. I just think I want a little more color than that, though. So I'm adding a little more paint, shaking it really good again. And let's add some of this blue bayou to it. This mixed with the pinkish color should turn it a purplish color with the pink peony. But if I don't mix too much, maybe I'll get a variegated color. It's kind of just chance when you're doing things like this. You just kind of have to live with what happens. Ooh, nice. That is nice. Wow. So let's add some trim to that. Some of this sparkly trim, the adhesive trim that I used on the other one. I'm going to go right around the center areas between each point. And I only want one layer because it would, one strand at a time. So this is easily cut. I'm cutting it in 2. And I think 2 strands would be too wide and it wouldn't want to stick properly. So we'll go with 1. I'm going to cut several of these all the same size so that I'll have them ready. And just peel and stick. Peel the paper backing off the back and begin sticking it onto the ornament. Wow, that was almost too easy. Be sure it works well with the glass too. It really grabs that glass, the adhesive on the back of this. So this is working out quite well. And when I get all these covered up to the center, I'm going to cut a little square of the same stuff and put it right in the center to cover the edges that didn't quite come together. There, one on that side, turn it over, another one on the other side, same thing. Now that looks more finished. Wow. So let's take this to the front of the studio and hang it with the others and see how they all look together. And these are drying nicely. Wow, I just love these. I didn't do much to the tops of them to embellish them, but tomorrow when they're dry, I could put some little ribbons or bows, most anything on this. Look at that glitter in there. It really worked. Oh, this is so pretty. Wow. Nice. And I like the textures. I don't know if you can see the textures that those little strings of beads made, but it looks really awesome. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some ideas that you want to try. Order some of these ornaments from Color Art. She has beautiful ornaments. They're nice and heavy glass. You will not be sorry, and you could use them for Easter, for Valentine's Day, for patriotic with the star. Just think of all the different ways that you could use these. Really exciting work here. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channels, share with your friends, and comment. We always like to hear from you. Like, share, and comment, and don't forget to check the description box below the video because I have all the links for my channel, and also for Color Art's links where you can buy these lovely ornaments and the beautiful shimmery paints and just have holiday fun with them. Thank you for watching.